Welcome back, everyone, in our Out of the Park 2022 playthrough, where we tear down the Dodgers. We try to build them back up and win a couple World Series with them. A couple reasons why is, number one, I think everyone outside LA is probably sick and tired of hearing about the Dodgers and how they're so great. And even though they've only won a COVID championship, which I know it's kind of unfair to say that, but I want to see if I can beat Andrew Friedman and say, hey, get rid of all your great players. I'll build it in my vision, and we'll see if we can do better than you. So that's number one. But two, I think it'll be really awesome to see what happens to the rest of the Major League Baseball when these deals are made. Some teams that may not have great players are suddenly going to get great players, and some teams that already have great players are going to become even more stacked. And to see the ripple effects over a course of a multi-year simulation, I think will be really fun. So, and again, we're trading for players who have less than 81 games, less than a half season played in the major leagues. So if you were with us last episode, we made 4 trades. The most notable of which is we got rid of Corey Seager, got rid of Mookie Betts. We kept Seager's salary because it's only a 1-year contract, and that'll be off the books after this year. Mookie Betts, we're keeping a small portion of it, and we got one of the top-ranked prospects in majors, in Christian Pache, or Pash. They didn't watch a video between this video and last video. Sorry. I promise I will next time. But I know I said we'll go through 4 trades this video. We might only get through 2. I'm not sure. We'll play that by ear. But first, let's take a quick status check here on our player development. I just want to see what our farm system is going to be stacked after this. It'll probably be the best farm system ever. But I just want to see kind of where it's at now. Number one farm system out of 30. So we have, look at this, the 3rd, 13th, 14th, 18th, 33rd, 34th, 37th, 53rd best prospect in the in MLB. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 top 50 prospects, which is insane. Has anyone in real life had that many top 50 prospects? Maybe the Braves recently. The Dodgers maybe recently, but I feel like a lot of their players weren't like great prospects. They just came up and played really well. Let's see. Is there any other team? The Mariners this year, I feel like in real life have some pretty high-ranking prospects. And it's funny you mention the Mariners because we are about to go there. But first, we will go to another team that has a lot of prospects, and that is the Detroit Tigers. And you might be saying, hey, who are we going to trade for here? Well, you will see. Here, we are going to trade for, scroll on up to the old prospect ratings here. We're going to trade for Riley Green, who in most of the playthroughs that I've ever seen turns out to be a stud. Riley Green, and looking, what other pitcher are you going to do here? Or put here? Nope, not. We're going to go to the active roster, and we're going to trade for Tariq Skubal, who, as you can see, only total of 8 Major League games. It's good enough for us here. So, why do I want these prospects? We'll go back to Tariq. It's another lefty. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but it helps there. So, again, another player who is a little better once you get more information on him. Leader in the clubhouse, that's good. And he's someone who will be a 5 starter, I feel like, in our rotation we're going to throw out. In our rotation, if all of our guys hit, is going to be so stacked that we might run a 6-man rotation, to be honest. So that's the one player. That's one of the players we're going to take. If we look at his ratings, good against both lefties and righties. So this is the type of number 5 number 5 pitcher that we want. And then Riley Green, who is the 17th ranked prospect, and just an incredible ceiling on him. Someone who is just as good when you get more information. on him. Again, not great in the outfield, but if you are hitting the way he is probably going to end up hitting, that is fine by us. A threat to steal as well. Yeah, I just think that this guy has cornerstone written all over him. And in a lot of the playthroughs, he's ended up being that cornerstone. And I feel like based on these ratings here, there might be a little bit left to unlock in terms of his defense. So those are the two. That we're going with there. That we're going to trade for. 20-year-old, definitely a low floor, to be honest. I mean, the only thing that's really popped so far is his home run power. Everything else is projection. But, I mean, man, if he reaches that projection, watch the frick out. And maybe it seems like in every playthrough, the NL gets the designated hitter eventually, so could use him there. So who are we giving up to get Mr. Green and Mr. Skubal. First, we are giving up our man Gavin Lux. So yeah, it's a bummer we got to give him up for sure. I have assigned Gavin Lux ball, but to start his major league career, he has been better. He's been a better prospect than he's been a actual player. And then we'll give up Gerardo Carrillo, just a low-level prospect for starting pitching. So we're giving up Lux and Carrillo for Green and Skubal. Pretty high floor there for Tariq. Super high ceiling, like MVP caliber ceiling for Green if he hits it. So I feel like we're getting a pretty good deal. Like I said, I think these upcoming trades are the ones that we're going to get our best players in return for. So we're going to complete that trade. So now we add another top prospect to our list. So now I mentioned earlier that we're going to go to the Mariners, and that's true. Give me 1 second. I'm going to sneeze. Sneeze is over. Thank you for being patient. We're going to go to the Mariners. And we're going to trade Dustin May, who has unfortunately suffered a forearm injury. I believe a forearm injury, and is out for the season. And Zach McKinstry. And who are we going to trade? It's going to be a prospect. Who do y'all think it is? Is it going to be Kalenic? Is it going to be Julio Rodriguez? Is it going to be Emerson Hancock? Great name. Love that name. Logan Reinhart. Logan Gilbert. Who's it going to be? Well, Dustin May and Zach McKinstry are going to buy us the Jared Kalenic. And his stats or his ratings in this game are not as good as I feel like his real life capabilities are. But above average left fielder, leader, good on the base paths, and if his hit tool goes the way you think it will, he will have a fantastic career. And based on his lower league stats, I feel like that power is going to come around, and I feel like that I is going to come around too. That avoid K, I feel like that is going to come around because he has low strikeout totals. And he's the number 4 overall prospect, an uber prospect. Maybe if it weren't for Franco, Wander Franco from Tampa Bay, he might be the best overall prospect in the league. Potential to play a key role, above average on a contending team. You look at his ratings, he crushes righties, which is awesome because he's going to face mostly righties, but he can also hit well against lefties too. So he has the ability to, I think, grow into this a little bit more where he could become one of the best players in Major League Baseball. So, again, he's only 21. He's the 4th-ranked overall prospect in the major leagues. So, Dustin May and Zach McKinstry are going to get us Jared Klinick. And I probably should have stopped here, or I should have probably stopped for each trade and said, in real life, who says no? And I feel like if we backtrack, the Corey Seager deal, where we got Liberatore, Herrera, Gorman, I feel like the Dodgers probably say no in that deal. The Mookie Betts deal, that could be a toss-up. I think the Dodgers probably say no first. But in our recent deal with Lux and Carrillo for Riley Green and Skubal, I feel like Detroit might say no on that one, given how little Lux has really done consistently at the major league level. And if you look at this one, Dustin May and Zach McKinstry, all things equal, say they're not tearing down their starting rotation. But see, that's tough because Bellinger's on the team too in real life. But in a vacuum, if you just put without roster construction in your head, without thinking of current roster construction, you just say, hey, Dustin May, Zach McKinstry, Jared Klinick. Who says no first? Pretty sure the Mariners say no to this first. So I think we're getting pretty good value here. So we're going to go ahead and complete that trade. Boom. So now we're going to end the video after this trade because I have 2 more that I want to go through that I feel like we're getting very good players on. And now if we go and look at the personnel, not the personnel. I am excited to look at the prospect pipeline, though, after we make all of our deals. Go to player development. Again, first farm system. I feel like that's not going to change for quite a while. We have the number 3rd ranked prospect, and the number 4th ranked prospect, and the 13th, and the 14th, and the 17th, and the 18th, the 33rd, 34th. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the top 50 prospects now are in our system. They are now in our system. So I know we're giving away a lot and we're tearing it down, but I don't know how this team doesn't eventually end up being really, really good. We have a logjam at center. I know that. I understand that. But can never have enough talent up the middle. So, yeah, awesome deals, I feel like. The Riley Green. So we gave up Lux, May, McKinstry, and Carrillo for Green, Skubal, and Klinick. I feel like we made out there. And I think we're going to make out in the rest of our deals as well, especially the next 2 that we make. So, anyways, we'll stop the video here. I appreciate you all hanging with me, and I am excited to see you all tomorrow when we make some more deals, one with the Blue Jays and one with the Rays. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.